But when it comes to business, worry about your clients and your fulfillment first. That should be number one. And that's why I personally have been taking a lot of time off as well. I actually got really lucky right now. I just finished a few phone calls as well, and I saw that you're hosting a space, so I figured I'd jump in for the next hour. So I got time this time. So I'm excited to be here. It's been a little while.
Yeah, awesome, Kevin. Congratulations, man. And yeah, it's good to see you as always. And this is your brainchild, the the startup circle, and I appreciate you, having me as co-founder. That's awfully humbling. And yeah, like you said, the biggest thing is, look, we can acquire customers all day, but unless you can fulfill, right? Unless you can fulfill that's going to be a challenge, right? Because it costs a lot more to acquire customers than to retain customers. So that's a big point that Kevin makes. And so yeah, congrats on that big deal, Kevin. That's awesome. Keep us updated on, kind of in the near future, how that went down. And yeah, let's check in with Andy. Andy, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing? We're
Doing
good.
great.
We're good. Okay, so I here's a crazy thing. I decided Friday that well, it's part of the big master plan. And by the way, we're live, right? We're live streaming. So for those of you who can't watch us or can't listen to us or can't connect and they just want to watch the YouTube, you can do that on my channel. I decided on Friday that I was going to start the next phase, which is creating. I've done digital courses in the past. I've created a couple of them. I've sold them, but I never uh, tried to do it the opposite way. I always said, here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to teach. Here's what I want to talk about. And then I built everything and then tried to find people. And instead, this time what I did was I said, I have this kind of idea. It's been brewing for a few months. There's 200 and some people in my community called the CEO of Your Life. So I reached out did a bunch of tests in the background and got a lot of good feedback. And so I decided I was going to build a boot camp, 6-week boot camp. And all I did was say, I'm going to do a boot camp. You're going to get an email twice a week. There's a weekly theme, and I decided that I had reached out to like 100 people, got confirmation on that. And then finally I said, okay, I'm going to do the boot camp, but I don't know if what I'm doing is good or bad or crap. So I decided to say, I need a pilot. So I asked 18 people if they'd be interested in being part of the pilot so that we could do it together, so that I wouldn't just do it from, whether my brain is biased, of course it is, or if I could do it with other people who I help. So of the 18 people I asked, 17 people said yes in 30 minutes. So I think that was pretty successful. And then the crazy thing is, I sent out the welcome thing yesterday. I've already gotten feedback. The first thing goes today. The first lesson goes today. Here's the first lesson. And I assume that it's in the right direction. I also assume that some of it's good and some of it's not good. And then I'm going to hear back from everybody. Here's the group of people that I have. I have CEOs, business owners, former business owners, people who are solo entrepreneurs, and demographics. There are 3 different continents. People who speak English natively, people who don't speak English natively, people who are early in their journey and late in their journey of business entrepreneurship. So I have a very wide range for my pilot group. And so far, the funny thing is, half of the first set of emails went to spam. So that was kind of funny, but hey, it's exciting, and we're together going to figure out what's the best way and what is the things that resonate. Even though these are the things that I've heard, that I've written down, that I've tracked over all these months. Now I'm just using that as a test pilot to make this even better, and then eventually, what will happen is, while I'm sharing all the things from it, You could sign up for my newsletter, or you could DM me or whatever. But everything that we do, Justin, everything we talk about, everything stuff we do with the AI Biz Hour, that's all basically for free. I'm giving my time. I do. I don't know if you guys know this. I do about 25 hours of co-hosting or hosting spaces a week, every week, and I'm doing all of that in as a way to get ahead of all of these curves, to provide value, to establish a personal brand, and to establish a business brand and all of those things. So it's all part of the master strategy, which started with going from 600,000 to over 2.2 million page views on a web page. So there you go. That's where I'm at, and that's what's going on. So thank you, everyone who's participating, and look forward to your feedback.
Yeah, congratulations, Andy. That's big, man. And I want to break down some key parts to what you just shared is what you're building in public. So number one is you find out what you want, you find out what they want, you go and get it and you give it to them, right? This is a business strategy, right? You find out what people want, you go and get it, and you give it to them. And then when you build trust and thought leadership for many months, like you have, Andy, if not over a year, when you do have something that you're putting out there that you're launching, that's why you get a high conversion rate like that of people to take you up on that complimentary offer or whatever it is, right? Because you've been building that rapport, that thought leadership, building relationships, and demonstrating your expertise for so long. And that's how it happens, right? You can't do that with paid ads, right? The only way you can do that is through organic, which is what we're all doing here. Like Spaces, speaking on Spaces, co-hosting, right? This is all organic, right? And then when the timing is right, you'll have good product to market fit with an offer of people who are like, you know what? I just want to support Andy. I want to learn. I want to be the CEO of my life, right? And you'll have all these people, that you've attracted want to participate. So that's a masterclass right there, guys. Does it take longer? Absolutely, right? But if you want to have a sustainable business, right? This is the way to do it. So hat tip to you, Andy. Congratulations on the launch. I'm part of it. I'm happy to be a part of it and really excited. I already watched the first video. So yeah, go ahead.
And here's the other crazy part. 18 people or 17 of the 18 joined, 90% open rate on the first day. So just to give you guys a clue, I built a free, well, I built it to sell on my webpage, 40x50.com. In my profile, you can find it. There's a thing called the personal job pipeline. I built a sequence of activities and a video for every one of them. It's that one page has had over 25,000 page views, just that page. But if you look at the people at the number of video, one of the videos has been watched 30 times, and there's like 12 videos. But there's been 25,000 people go to the page. And on the download for the template, it's only been downloaded 1,000 times. So here's the rule, or here's the learning that here's what I learned. I built it and then tried to find people who are interested. I built it and sold it. I made about $1,000 doing it. Or no, that's not true. Yeah, well, whatever. Something. It was a little bit of money. Over time, I've made $1,000 on that. But I did it the opposite way this time. This is the things we're talking about. These are the things people resonate with. These are the concepts they want to hear about. Let's find out if they really want it, or if they're just, consumers. Are they active, or do they want to grow? Do they want to get better? Are they willing to invest in themselves? Are they willing to take on these concepts and learn and take action? Or are they just willing to listen? It's like Netflix. I like movies, but I don't make them. And I'm not interested in making movies. I'm not interested in learning how the blocking and writing and lighting and financing and building and I'm I'm not interested in all that. I just like watching the movie. Some people, when they listen to you, they just want to watch the movie, and that's fine. I want to know if there's more. That's all. So this is my process in finding out if there's more.
Yeah, I love it, Andy. Thank you. And the additional pro tip I'll say, because you mentioned that majority of the first emails went to spam. So here's what you guys want to do as a pro tip. When it comes to your email marketing, you want to make sure you call out, at the end, usually a PS is good, right after the sign off. So just say, PS, if you, please make sure you check your spam folder and mark this message as not spam so you'll get future updates. Right? This is a pro tip. Why? Because the email servers are getting smarter, right? They're picking up on certain keywords, fill in the blank, right? So we have to be proactive as marketers, as business people, to make sure we're calling out the obvious because people may forget, right? Or as well as not only marking it off as not spam, but also replying to the email, right? Replying to the email. If you're in, just reply yes, and I'll make sure you're on the list. So that does two things. Number one, it adds the, when somebody gets the email, it takes it out of the Google promo folder tag and puts it in your inbox. That's number one. Number two, it also warms up the email service, right? It warms up the email service because now it knows that, okay, anytime Andy is sending to Justin and Danielle, right, that already has a synchronous connection and there's some activity there, right? So those are the two pro tips. Everyone should be doing this. Everyone, right? Why? Because the email servers are getting smarter and we have to be proactive as marketers because there's this thing called deliverability, which I won't go into an email marketing masterclass. I'll save that for another day. But just know that I've personally sent over 20 million, 30 million, probably more emails in my career. And I've worn the email marketing manager hat many times. And it's nothing I'm not used to, but we can go down that trail another day. So yeah, awesome to have Josh on stage, Christelle, Jodelle. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Josh, how are you, brother? Good to see you. How are things in Mexico?
I am better now that I see your gorgeous face. Oh my goodness. No, things are doing good here. We're on our last week ish, I would say, on our trip of Mexico. We're heading back on the 22nd, which is a sad time because we're going to freeze to death up there. I did something cool during the last few days. It's taken me 14 hours to do. It's a hidden surprise. But yeah, for keeping it in with the mastery course here, yeah, I've scored some new clients. I did what Andy said is kind of steer towards what the client wants. And yeah, I kind of caught myself last year of trying to do everything at once, and it kind of got me into a little pickle. But I found that if I got myself into everything, it kind of got me into a broad view of what I wanted to narrow myself into. So, yeah, Justin really helped me get my feet into the water quick. He's an awesome role model. Same with Christelle. Andy is very super helpful as well. So like, give these guys a like and a follow and reach out to them. Like they're very smart, very into what they're knowing, what they're doing. And yeah, so I'm actually working right now, and yeah, I just been getting this going. So I practice mindful coaching. I've been picking up some clients. I have a wait list now, and things are on a roll. So we're doing a 14-day trial so far, and yeah, we're moving forward with it. So yeah, kudos to you, Justin, and yeah, thanks a lot, man. Lots of love, dude.
Yeah, lots of love back at you, Josh. I'm on the Kaiser bike right now, so getting it in as usual here. I took last week off because I just honestly my body needed a break. You know how it is, Josh, where it's like you're you're hitting it hard for 8 months, 5 days a week. Sometimes you gotta give the body a break. So that's what I did last week towards the end of the week. Much needed. So oh yeah, over to you, brother.
Yeah, I've had to take a little break too. I did something to my hip here, so and running in Mexico is like impossible. Like where I am in Merida, it varies anywhere between like 90 and 105 degrees. So like running is a no go. So I put on some weight. So I call it what is it called, bulking, and which is fine. You know, it's kind of like one of those mental games. So the six pack and chiselness is gone, but you know what? I'm enjoying being a little fatter and happy actually because yeah, it's hard to keep that chiseledness, but you become a little bit more miserable, I find, when you're that lean. So yeah, keep going at it, keep doing it. But yeah, these Mexicans, man, they know how to be in the present moment, and that's what we all need to start doing.
Yeah, how are you liking Mexico, Josh, if I may ask?
Oh, I
Because
want
I
to
know.
live here. Yeah, I'm gonna fight the government to come back here as soon as possible. Like, I'm done. Yeah, if you have a place that I can stay, I'll be living at your bunkhouse.
Yeah, no, Merida's beautiful. You're like what, an hour drive from me, so we're actually very close, and we've been talking in the background. But I've been working. I'm sure Josh. I mean, you've been on vacation doing your own thing, so we never got the chance to meet in person. But if you do plan on coming down, 100%, we could probably set something up in Cancun.
Yeah, we're like
No,
5 hours away.
no, it's not.
Yeah,
Wait, you're in
yeah. It
Merida?
from play. You're what? Playa de Carmen or
Yeah, you're up
yeah,
north.
yeah.
No, it's
So
not
we're
five
we're
hours.
by the north end of Merida. So it's like 4.5 hours for you.
All right, maybe my geography is off. Hold on. All right, back to the conversation. I'm gonna fact check this real quick though.
Yeah, awesome guys, and congrats, Josh, on the clients, man. That's big, man. I know it can take a little bit to get some traction, right? And longer than we expected. So, as a general rule of thumb, if you're trying to land clients, like offline doesn't matter. Like, if you think it's going to take 3 months, you better give it 6 months, right? Because the reality is, it takes much longer than we anticipate, right? Even when I was on X, back on X, 19 months ago, I was like, oh, I'm going to start, bringing in revenue, landing clients, like in the first 3 months. No, it took like 6 to 9 months, right? It took longer. So just get ready to, you know, understand and be patient. So I'm an impatient person. I'm very impatient. Um, in case you haven't noticed, but you know, I've practiced a lot more patience now. Having a kid has taught me, especially having a toddler now, it's taught me a lot of patience, which is great. But um, moving quickly is a competitive advantage, right? Like when you move quickly, right, in corporate or with your clients or fill in the blank, right, you got to know that speed is your advantage. If you can move quickly, pivot, get results, take care of things quicker, right? If people notice that, right, people notice that, oh wow, okay, this Justin guy, like he has like an extra pep in his step, right? Like he is moving quick. Okay, I like that, right? Like some people can't keep up with me, and that's fine, right? But for you, just know that if you have that perception of moving quickly, that's going to be a competitive advantage, right? So, yeah, all the best to you, Josh. I'm so glad that you got to check in here. And it's always a pleasure to connect with you, brother. And yeah, let's check in with Danielle. Danielle, go for it.
Yeah, I'd share with something that I came across and give credit to Dave Muir. I think you guys probably know him. He's been on this space. He's amazing. He's just amazing. So he's on Substack regularly, and I just want to encourage everybody to check this out because my mind was blown. He on Substack was sharing that he went to Chat GPT and said, "Now that you know every conversation that we've had and you know all about me, please point out my 5 blind spots." Simple command. Please point out my 5 blind spots. And I will tell you, he posted on Substack like what he came back, and just knowing the little I know about him, I'm like, wow. And then with trepidation, I did the same thing, and I could not believe what the Chat GPT said to me. And it was so spot on because now it can collectively know everything that you've ever said to it. So go do that today, and I will tell you, you will get enlightened. Okay, and I thought I needed a therapy session after because it was so clear, so true, and so freaking helpful. At the end of the day, that's what it's about, right? It's not being like, and it's encouraging. It tells you all the good stuff, and then it tells you where you're, what you're missing, and a suggestion on how to combat that. So ask ChatGPT. Say, you remember all this, our chats and everything about me. What are my 5 blind spots? And you will get a bit of a roadmap to what you can be doing better, because we can always improve. And that's what we're here. We're here to improve. So, yeah, go Dave Muir. He's amazing. And if you guys are on Substack, definitely subscribe to him. He's got something, a paid thing, Focus Mode, Focus Fuel. He really has some cool things that have been very helpful to me, and you may want to check out. And if you go on Substack, I'm also on there. I'm just starting to get, post stuff, whatever. So subscribe to me too. It's free. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Danielle. Yeah, great. Yeah, Dave's a great guy. He's been on X for longer than I've been back on. So yeah, his whole brand of Focus Fuel is definitely a great brand that he's building. And yeah, we've had some deep conversations. So he's brilliant. So we all have our brilliance, and each and every one of us has our own brilliance inside of us, and that's why allowing us to share our brilliant gifts with others, and attracting like-minded people on this platform has been amazing. And yeah, I mean, look, not everyone will be along for the journey, right? But you guys here that are in this audience right now, you guys have been here, you guys are showing up. 80% of success is just showing up. That's it. 80% of success is just showing up. If you can execute the other 20%, right, you're good, right? You're good. And thanks for that pro tip on ChatGPT. I need to try that out, because I definitely know I have some blind spots. But yeah, let's go over to Christelle. Christelle, good morning. How you doing? Happy Monday.
Good morning. Happy Monday, my pocket fam. Baby is with his dad, so Monday and Tuesday are my work days, and I'm allowing myself to take some liberties by sleeping in a little bit, which is kind of fun. I miss the baby, but this is one of the benefits. Wow, I have so much to say. I'm going to try to keep it brief. First of all, to my Mexican Canadians, Kevin and Josh, I'm so glad to see you all up here. And Josh, is always good to hear your voice. And if you all don't know Josh, get to know him. He's just incredible. It's been so nice. His children call me auntie, which is great. I'm hoping that our community baby daddy, John Carlos, I can be an auntie over there as well. And I had. Good morning, Krista. Hi. Oh my gosh, I love his children. They're amazing. They're amazing. If you all can go back into the archives from the YouTubes this last summer, you'll see them on our live stream. They showed up on our live stream a few times. They were on TV. They were so excited about it. And that was just the cutest good morning, Christelle. I think my heart just burst into a million pieces. So thank you. Tell them. I hope they can hear Auntie. Auntie loves you, children. You're beautiful. You're amazing. I had an amazing call with, I'm going to try not to say amazing so much, but I can't think of a better word right now. I had a great call with Andy on Friday. It was so good. And I'm really excited, Andy, about being in your, I think I was the second to sign up. So I'm number two. I don't know who number one was, but I'm up to kick him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fine being number two. It's better than being like number 13 or 14 or something. But anyways, Andy, you're awesome and so supportive. And Andy has checked in on me, and Danielle has checked in on me. I'm hoping to talk to Danielle later. So you all are like really just, and y'all know how I feel about Jodell. I mean, I just love me some Jodell. Obviously, I love Justin, because anytime he opens a space, I rush to get here. So yeah, you all are really, you mean so much to me. I see Summer and Jeff and, Fibonacci Man, so many awesome people. I even have a call with Nicholas today, which is cool. I'm gonna get to know Nicholas a little bit better. So that was just my really long hello. I'll try to keep my two what I'm building in public brief. So I told you all a little bit about the opportunity to lead the children's ministry at my church, which really came out of nowhere. Well, I talked to my pastor this weekend, and looks like that's going to turn into potentially a directorship, like directing the entire children, youth, college ministry. And I'm learning that this is a really important side of churches, their youth and children's ministry. So this is a huge opportunity, and really pulls from the thing I've been doing the longest, because, as some of you know, my career started in 2006 in the education world. That's what my master's is in.
It's, hey, Christelle, it's kind of like all the parts are all kind of aligning together,
Isn't
right?
that
And that
crazy?
center of all your little awesomeness things are all being put together so that,
Yes.
yeah, there you go.
I mean, it's the wildest thing. And it's so cool that you all have been with me on this journey, from just starting at the church, almost leaving because I didn't like the I don't know, the lights or whatever. And then I had Josh Busby and Tim Brown be like, no, you got to stay and serve. And then the pastor became a client, and I'm just like gung ho, and I'm just in there. And, yeah, so it's just been incredible. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is, and then I'm landing the plane after this, but I told you all briefly about this opportunity that I got with this guy who owns two companies. One of them does these hackathons, these AI hackathons. So I've been working with him, and I'm really excited to bring that to you. But the other company he has is more directly related to this community. So I'm really excited to get you all involved in that. And it's called Dream Shop. And so I'm working with his like top AI developer right now, and this guy builds crazy AI agents. I mean, he's next level. And Dream Shop is basically what they do is they find people who have amazing ideas, and they invest in these ideas. And then, the person gets to keep a percentage, of course, of the profit and revenue, but they build everything. And so I'm working on a free workshop that we're going to provide exclusively to this community. When I say this community, I mean Startup Circle, Revenue Ronins, Educreator community, and any of your communities that you all have in here, our communities. But it's going to be a free workshop, and it's going to be really cool. So that's what I'm building on the AI side. So yeah, two big things happening there, and I'm really excited. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Resurrection Week. This is a really big week, and I feel it. We're like leading up. Isn't it funny that I know I said I'm landing the plane, so this is quick bonus time, but Easter is on 420, and I'm going into, I don't know, over 100 days of putting down the ganja. So this year I am celebrating 420, not as the normal 420. Stop it, hoops. Stop it. I'm celebrating it as a clean Christian, celebrating the resurrection of our Lord and Savior. I'm so excited. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Hoops, you're funny.
Oops. Amazing, Christelle. Yeah, thanks for the update. Great to have you checking in. And yeah, like, man, it seems like we all ultimately want to be the CEO of our life, right? And Andy's nailed that brand. So, Andy, very, very timely that you're doing this because, yeah, um, it's very resonant of the Ronin, right? The Ronin brand. Because, look, ultimately, even if you work in corporate, you want to do your own thing, right? You want to do your own thing, right? And there's certain times when, like Christelle was talking about, where opportunities present themselves. And if it's in full alignment with your core values and your mission and your purpose, then you got to take action, right? You got to accept those opportunities. But it doesn't mean that you stop building your own thing, right? And so that's why we continue building our own thing in public, and why we're here on this space to share about that, right? Even if you work in corporate, it doesn't matter, but we all should have that outlet, right? I have this utopic view that we all should be creators, monetizing, and along the journey and making money along the way, as everything is in full alignment. So yeah, good stuff, Christelle, and thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I want to recognize Christelle for tuning in to the Be Real X Talk show on Saturday, because yeah, it's a formatted schedule. So thank you so much, Christelle. It was awesome to connect with you, and appreciate you showing up and spending some time with us. So Awesome. Wishing you a great week. Glad you got to sleep in a little bit. My daughter does not let me sleep in.
420. Look. Everybody cheats on their diet. We all cheat on our diet anyway. Anyway, hope everybody having a great day. Hope everybody having an awesome day. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Basically, I'm an artist at heart, right? Art has always been what my next core competence beside basketball. you know, um, Now I'm learning the well, AI has taken over. I've been my first Instagram account back in 2011, and I still have that account today. It's too intelligent, too artificially intelligent, and it's still on Instagram, and that's where all my yeah, I know, Justin. 2010, I had that account, and I named it Too Artificially Intelligent, and I would just post anything on it. But now that artificial intelligence is here, and I'm really diving in deep and learning all these tools and putting out content, that's like now my portfolio, and I'm learning how to create AI ads and AI ads that convert, and using Instagram as one of my platforms where I run those ads. Um, but I'm having a lot of fun with AI. I don't know if anyone have a chance to scroll my page. I've been putting out, some AI content as I keep producing. I just also found a site. I can't really give it away right now, but it's an artist. It's like a YouTube for AI art, for AI artists, AI content, and they have leaderboards. Every week they have prizes. So like 150 right now. We just started. We're in the beta. So 150 every week if your body of AI work that you upload to the site, if depending on where it finished in the competition, there's $150 for who win. It's not a lot of money, but it's the fact that it's creating competition among some awesome AI artists that are competing against each other. So we're having a lot of fun getting better with this software, and doing some pretty amazing things. So this whole AI situation, it's evolving and it's moving so fast. There's so many people jumping in, but I think the advantage we have here over a lot of those folks is, we have these communities, and we have the power to communicate, through social audio. Because I look at some of the other platforms, and the artists who hang on those platforms, and really, they're not getting the type of communications that we have here. I think they move a little slower, and I don't think their drive is as powerful as our drive, because we get so much opportunity to come together as a community and have discussions, and then go back off and create. And I think that's been a major driving force behind some of the things that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm building AI commercials, AI ads right now, trying to convert. Building movies. I just put out a little trailer on my AI movie. I pinned it on my profile, and I have a 10-minute movie that I'm going to be dropping in AI soon, and I'm creating a bunch of commercials. So I'm having fun basically, and I hope everybody else here is having fun as well.
Awesome, Hoops. Congratulations, man. And yeah, it's even funner when you can make that kind of stuff and make some money along the way, right? That
Funner? Really? You're going to use the word funner? Come on.
I'm glad you
Yes,
caught
sir.
that.
Funner,
I saw
funner for
it.
sure. I
Don't
love
make
that
fun of
word.
him. I like that word.
I was so tempted to say something. I'm like, Danielle, behave yourself. Okay.
It's
See,
Monday. Leave him alone.
yeah, it's Monday, you guys. Come on. Yeah, no, love it, Hoops. And yeah, so on the AI ads, so we should talk in the back channel, because I'm on a platform that actually takes the ability to advertise paid ads to all the platforms at once, except for X. That's the only one that's not available, but I can push ads out to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Google Display Ads, LinkedIn, all the above. and the AI actually helps optimize automatically for me, which has been a huge help. So yeah, we should talk on the back channel about that. But yeah, it's an amazing tool, and yeah, it's always great if you can monetize or help others. Look, if you really want to bring in revenue, help others make money, right? It's very simple, right? And shout out to Jobfather, who's down in the listener section, and good to see you. Happy Monday. He mentioned one of the reasons why he signed up for the revenue running community is because we've helped put money directly into his pocket, right? So anytime you can do that with your products or services as part of your fulfillment, if you can help people put money in their pocket, like they're gonna they're gonna stick around, right? Like that's what it's all about, right? How can you make a difference? How can you impact others, help them make money, which will in turn make you money, right? And even with my marketing agency, right, when I help companies increase revenue, right, I get a percentage of that revenue as part of my option. Right now, they don't necessarily pay me as high of a fee for my retainer, but when I do increase 10x, 12x their business, right, I get to share in that performance, right? I get to share in that revenue. And that's the kind of strategic thinking you want to have. So, yeah, good stuff, Hoops. Thanks for being here. We got about 20 minutes left, guys, only. We end at 7:45 Pacific, so just adjust accordingly. And please like and repost the space. We have a big room here today, so appreciate everyone being here. Let's go back to Andy briefly, and then let's get to some hands.
Well, I'm sorry for the grammatical funniness, but my mom was an English teacher, and there are a few words that will make me respond. One of them is irregardless, which is not a word. Don't ever use that. It's regardless of this or that. And funner, yeah, that's kind of funny. We just added so I think we should go to Hoops has still got his hand up. I don't see all the hands, but Jodell has been on stage. We just added Timo and some other folks. So let's go to them.
Awesome. Thanks. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I didn't have my hand up, but definitely have lots to say. I just wanted to say, Andy, congratulations on doing that course. I'm so excited to be part of it and incredibly honored. I think anybody that you had asked to be in that course has probably shown some integrity that they're going to do what they say they're going to do and show up and actually take your course. So, yeah, really excited to be part of that group of people. And I'd love action takers. So, Andy, I want to work with you one day, man. I'm just putting it out there. And yeah, I had my first couple of discovery calls this week. They went amazing. And yeah, I had one more thing to say, and I totally am gapping out now. Oh, Summer. Okay, Justin, you were talking about feedback earlier, and Andy, you're of course open to feedback. Summer and Timo, but Summer gave me we jumped on a call and she gave me so much feedback. It was insane. And I'm just so grateful for it because there was like links on my website that I didn't even realize were links. And so I had them going to nowhere. And yeah, anyways, it was really great. So I just want to say thanks so much. And yeah, definitely be open to feedback because it's like such a huge gift. And sometimes it like it takes a minute to take it in, but if you can really like separate yourself from it, it's really, really great. So just want to say thank you, Summer, in front of everyone. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks, Jodell. Yeah, great reminder that look, if you want to level up, you got to be coachable, right? You got to be open to feedback. So, in my 20s, I was like very hard headed. I was like, I know it all, you know, and I was like, definitely, it was a big wake up call when, I made $1 million and I only netted 50 grand, 40, 50 grand in 5 years. So that taught me a very important lesson about profit, but also that I don't know it all, right? So, one of the pro tips for everyone here is be open to feedback, right? Receive it. Because look, companies actually pay people to take surveys, right? That's how much they value, right? Feedback. So if somebody's offering to give you free feedback, right? Unsolicited feedback, take that, cherish it, gift it, because that doesn't come very often. That's number one. And then number two is you got to be coachable, right? You got to be coachable. So anytime I provide coaching live, you may notice that I always ask people, hey, are you open to some coaching? You know, are you open to some feedback, right? Why? Because some people aren't open to that. And so you got to respect people's boundaries, right? But the people that are receptive to it, that's great. They're opening up a window of opportunity for you to provide some coaching, right? So cherish that. So great points, Jodelle, and thanks, Timo and Summer, for all that great feedback that you guys have been sharing, that you guys always do so generously in the spaces. This is why this is a mini MBA masterclass or a mastermind group, right? That's kind of what this is. So, and in the revenue running community, we take it a step further for the appropriate plan level, and we get on Zoom calls once a month, which that'll be happening in the next week or two. So stay tuned for all those members there, Christelle, Danielle, and and others who are part of that program. So, okay, let's get to the rest of the hands here. We got about 15 minutes left. And yeah, who's the next hand?
Well, I don't see any hands, but if you want, the other Justin, let's go, Justin. What's up?
Hey guys, good morning. I actually just have a quick meeting I'm about to hop on, but all I wanted to do is give you an update. I gave Christelle the update for the crazy client. All of the advice you guys gave me has worked. Basically, putting up barriers and boundaries around her has worked significantly, and my headache has gone down 150%. So I just want to say thank you. Just want to give some feedback and let you guys know that you guys are amazing. Everybody in this group, this is a great group. I'm always getting actionable items that either puts money on my pocket, makes my day easier, or moves me to make action. I knew nothing about AI 2 months ago. Now, after listening to Andy and AI Johns, and Andy, I know I don't interact much on those channels with you guys, but I'm always usually listening and creeping in the back. But I have launched my own JobFather AI agent that speaks in my voice. I've trained it in over 500 hours of transcripts from my client coaching sessions and all of my templates, and it is freaking amazing. I'm actually surprised myself. So I just want to say thank you guys. You guys move me to put action into the thought. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? I put it out there for free first so I can get feedback and tailor it as I go. But you guys have really taught me that real power comes in making actionable moves. So thank you.
Amazing, Justin. Thank you, man. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
Who was that?
That was
I didn't know.
the job father,
Sorry,
Justin.
the
Yeah,
The
job
job
father.
father.
Oh, cool.
yeah,
I'm gonna follow that guy.
yeah,
Good
Thanks.
talk.
yeah.
Thanks.
And here's something to think about too, Justin, is so you can actually possibly license that uh, that AI agent, right? You can license it potentially. So, you know, I'm working on something similar through the Revenue Ronin brand, is an agent like a fractional CMO, right? Because a lot of companies, they can't afford a fractional CMO. They don't have the resources for that. So just like for you on the job side, like that could be a licensing deal where, you know, a shared revenue opportunity where it's like monthly they can get access, affordable access to your career coach agent. So yeah, definitely something to think about, man. So yeah, congratulations. That's huge, man. Thanks for the update.
Th- Thanks a lot. Now, Justin, see, this is where Justin is trying to get more money in my pocket so I can sign up for the executive Ronin group. Good sell, man. But listen, I have to go. I just want to give you guys an update. Thanks a lot.
Hey, I'm all about always be connecting. You know, we'll take the conversions too, but it's all about connecting, right? ABCs, always be connecting, always be conversing, always be closing. So, yeah, good stuff, Justin. Appreciate you. Have a great week. Thanks for checking in. And we got a couple more people coming to the stage here, and we're gonna be wrapping up soon. So I appreciate everyone being here. Shout out to John Carlos. Great to see you, brother. Hope all is well on the daddy front. Here's a pro tip for you, John Carlos. Okay, ready? A wipe warmer. Okay, a wipe warmer. This is the pro tip for you. Okay, early on, um, you know, cold wipies, they don't really work too well, right? So had to get a wipe warmer, right? So that's the pro tip for you. Okay.
I
Let's
just have
go
to hop
to,
in and say that when I have a friend that has a new baby, that is the thing that I send them because it doesn't get gifted at baby showers. It is like the thing you don't know about unless somebody tells you. So I just have to back that up. The white warmer is the pro parenting tip, and get one with a nightlight.
let's go. See, you don't even, you don't get business stuff, you get life, you get parenting, you get it all here in the startup circle. Okay, guys? So amazing. Thanks for backing me up there, Christelle. Okay, let's get to the next speaker. Endless. Summer, how you doing?
Hi, Justin. Good, good. Hi, Andy, Christelle, everyone in the space. Giancarlos, I hope the baby is not taking the few hours of sleep that I know you sleep so less, and I bet now you just almost don't sleep. So hang on in there, and I haven't forgotten you, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I just wanted to come up, say hi, say congratulations, Andy. I actually think that was a great move of yours. I mean, it's such a natural move. I don't know how I didn't even think of it, but the course is a great idea, and I think it's going to do great. I was wondering if you have or haven't trademarked the CEO of your life, because I think you should, you know, so that's just an idea. And Jodelle, thank you so much for your words. It was great to hop on a call with you. I will always give feedback if anyone wants or needs. And I actually came also up to ask for a feedback. So because of the other day, you guys talked about John Maxwell's 360 leader, and that somehow sparked in me my own idea of the 360 leader. And I was wondering, so I came up with something, but I don't know if I should use it as for my newsletter or if which by the way is in the comments if anyone wants to subscribe. And if you haven't, shame on you. So please subscribe. It's free. But my idea is, so I came up with a new version of it, and I was wondering, should I just put it for free on the newsletter, or should I put it on a PDF and somehow just ask for some money for it? So I don't know what to do it. The AI, again, ChatGPT keeps on. If anyone can solve this problem, I would really appreciate, because it lies as if there were no tomorrow. It keeps lying for many things. And so it told me it's a great idea. It's more than just a newsletter. It should be something more. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Summer. So I'm going to get right into the coaching. Are you ready? You ready?
Yes.
Okay, buckle the seatbelt. Here we go. We're going to go quick. Okay. Number one, your brand is now the 360-degree dreamer. Okay, the 360-degree dreamer. Okay, this fits your brand. This fits your ethos. Number one. Number two, you can definitely try to do a paid PDF, but I would give it away for free and then ask people. So if you were to put a monetary value on this, how much would you value it? $20, $10, $100. Give it away for free, right? And then ask people that purchased, that signed up, or that took advantage of it, ask them how much value did you get out of this? What would be the price if you were willing to pay for this? That's number two. Number three is you're well on your way on your newsletter. Just keep building it, keep plugging it, right? You're doing the right things, keep showing up. And yeah, I'm just so proud of your growth and your progress. So welcome to the endless summer, the 360-degree dreamer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I wanted, just before I forget, wanted to say I'm also a proud tester of the Andy new course. I was number 7, the number of God. So I didn't jump as quick just because I saw the outline of it, and it said something like it would start something like the audit of your finances and something. And I thought, oh my God, do I have to do this live? And that's why I took a few more seconds in saying yes, because I thought we were going to have a live video call. So I wasn't sure. I was prepared to show the disaster to everyone that my life currently is. But that's why. But I'm number 7, the number of God. So it's good. It's good. Thank you.
Thanks, Summer. So a couple questions. First, somebody else already has ceoofyourlife.com. She's written a bunch of books and a bunch of other stuff, so that's fine. But here's a pro tip for everybody. When I sent out here's what here's the whole message. Hey, I'm going to pilot this course. I'm looking for 5 to 10 people to help. Interested? Question mark. That was it. And I sent it to a bunch of people who I knew and I thought might be interested in that. When they responded, I'm like, okay, you're number 7, you're number 2, you're number 1, you're number 11, whatever it is. And you should do that. If you ask for 10 people to join, say, hey, I've only got 10 slots. And when they answer, go, yeah, they're in, respond back with, okay, you're number 6, you're number 1, you're number 10, whatever it is. And then when number 11 calls in and goes, oh, you're too late, but I'm going to start a new one in 5 weeks, in 3 weeks, and whatever. You build the urgency by creating some exclusivity, and then you give people that benefit of saying, yes, you're in, and you're one of the special people, and this is the way you do that. And it's really simple. But if you don't think that that's what's important, then you're going to miss it. But I just want you to know it. Sorry, my dog just came and jumped on me. So let's go back to Justin. We got 5 minutes, Justin, before you got to go.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. And here's another pro tip, guys, that I was reminded of, and we're going to go right to John Carlos. So, and start wrapping up here. So, when you're hosting spaces, sometimes if it's an important space and you have the text phone number of the person, you want to text it out as well. Like DMs are great, but if you have, like, for example, over the weekend, I texted Christelle, hey, I'm going to be hosting this Be Relax Talk show, right? So if you do have the ability to text the link to the space, do it, right? Not always, just use it sparingly, right? So, but it's a pro tip, right? Because you already have great relationships with those people, and it can make sure that it's top of mind and gets on their radar if it's, an important space. So there's the pro tip for today. Let's go over to John Carlos. John Carlos, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, doing good. Yeah, no, I just popped in because when you said the wipe warmer, we've got one of those, and then I tagged y'all in a post. We've also got a bottle rinser and then a bottle warmer. So when it comes to like the baby tech, we're like living in 2060 around here. But in terms of the theme of the space, I did want to contribute there as well. I did post in the comments. I've been working on a long time, like almost 2 months, on a new sequence. It's going to be a 30-day sequence. It's a day in between every email, so it's really just 15 emails. But inside of 13 of the emails, there's going to be a different tool for a different theme, obviously around clarity, and then tying that into some sort of business element. Been working on that for a long, long time. At the end of it, there's going to be a complete bundle. That's going to be an actual paid product that I've been working on as well. That includes all the different tools that I give away, and then it's got, I want to say, like 12 more tools on top of that. So it's going to be like a total of 24 tools in general, all around the same theme, all kind of go in different depth of different categories. Anyways, that'll be kind of launching through the welcome sequence, and then I'll obviously be posting the link for the bundle on the timeline at certain points. But be on the lookout for that in the next 2 weeks. And then I also posted an app that's just a free app. It's a Clarity Sprint generator. And you can kind of fill that out and email yourself the results and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to share all that. Thank you so much.
And those of you who don't know John Carlos is a new dad, but he's also John, the clarity coach, Carlos. Okay, so that's his brand. So because clarity equals power, right? So the more clarity you can get, the more power you will be able to provide, right? So remember, John, the clarity coach, Carlos. All right, so make sure you give him a follow. Okay, guys, branding is everything, right? Branding is everything. And when you work for $1 billion credit union, you learn branding, right? You really learn it very well. I've always been into branding, but it wasn't until I worked for $1 billion credit union that I really started getting branding and the importance of building a brand. So yeah, build your brand, guys. Build your brand. The CEO of your life, the 360-degree dreamer, the 360 dreamer, the WTF lady, right? build your
The
brand.
revenue Ronin.
Exactly. So,
By the way, you got 1 minute, so you better go ahead and,
okay,
and
yeah,
close it up
yeah,
here.
give your final word here, Andy, then I got to go. Thank you for holding me accountable. Yes, thank you. Andy, over to you. Final word.
Well, no, you know what? You usually take about 30 seconds to close us out. So thanks everybody for joining. We're going to be live in the mornings, and you can go back and listen to these both on the recording or on the live stream or on my YouTube channel or wherever else I'm broadcasting. So we're going to be just doing more of this and more and more and more, and that's it. Just more. So back to you, Justin. Have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you, Andy. And thanks for the idea to expand the reach with the live streaming. That was awful generous of you to offer that up as we continue building the Startup Circle community, the Revenue Ronin community, the educator community, the CEO of Your Life community, the WTF community, fill in the blank, right? Like there's a lot of collaboration amongst communities, which is a good thing. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. At the end of our lives, we'll ask ourselves 4 simple questions. Did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? And did I make a difference? Until next time, keep making a difference. Build that mind, build that body, build that business, build that bank account, but most importantly, build that legacy. So stay hungry and stay humble. We'll see you at the top. And if you want to keep growing, you better check out the Revenue Ronin.